Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, March 14th, 2018 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I go beyond the stories of my mind to find my center in the elevation of my heart. And today we have the moon moving through, basically finishing up the energy of being in Aquarius, preparing to move into Pisces. It's going to move into Pisces on Thursday. But this is dark of the moon energy. And dark of the moon energy is always interesting. It can bring stuff up. Now, I've visited this subject before, and I'm coming back to it again. The difference, not the difference, but the fact that there is a field emitted by your mental energy, from your mind, from your brain. But the fact that there is also one that's emitted from the heart, and the heart is so much bigger. And yet we focus so much on this mental energy, this mental field, what we're putting out there. And this is why I want you to fall into the center of the elevation when you tune into your heart, when you tune into what's important, tune into those vibrations. Because that's the thing with Aquarius energy, vibrational energy. And a few things came up for this horoscope. There's not a whole lot going on, but definitely messages came through. One of it was shifting vibes, shifting tribes. And that came along with the realization, input from the universe, that, this new moon on Saturday, I think. Yeah, new moon on Saturday is really helping us complete a major cycle. This new moon energy is happening right near the final degrees of Pisces, and it's happening right along with Chiron being there. So there are some major completion cycles that are going on right now, which is why we kind of have these shifting vibes, shifting tribes. The more we come from this place where we have been taught to focus so much energy and come into the elevation of the heart. So there's a few energies that are helping us. Number one, Lilith is still hanging out with Saturn, and Lilith is like to Saturn, hey, do you get it yet? Do you get it yet? Lilith is like to us, hey, do you get it yet? You do not have to conform to society. You do not have to follow these things that you thought you had to do. You don't have to live the life that everybody else wanted for you. You must be true to you. You must be responsible to you. And so Lilith hanging out with Saturn is just helping us get into that. Again, shifting that vibe into what is true for us. And that will shift your tribe. Besides that, the moon in Aquarius is connecting to Jupiter and to Uranus. It really was that connection to Uranus that brought about that shifting vibes, shifting tribes energy. Uranus in Aries, again, reminding us to be authentic in who we are, authentic in how we show up. Uranus is the only planet that spins its own direction. All the other planets, as they're going around in this orbit, I'm saying the, planets in our own personal little solar system, they all go this one way. And Uranus is like, hey, I'm doing it this way. Uranus does not conform. We are not called to conform. Yes, we are called to work together, I believe. Work together on this planet. But you work together not by conforming. When you conform, the cogs don't work out right. What if Uranus spinning in the opposite direction is the glue that holds this solar system together? I don't know. You never know. So it's really important for you, in order for everything to work as it's meant to in this machine, is to be your authentic self. Go where you want to go. Spin how you want to spin. Be authentic to you. And you will find those shifting vibes will shift your tribes. The moon in Aquarius is also, get this kitty face. This is the ridiculous thing that stares at me while I do horoscopes and distracts me so that I don't want to do anything but pet the kitty. The moon in Aquarius is also squaring Jupiter in Scorpio. Jupiter retrograde in Scorpio. This brings to mind that energy of the disguise that we talked about with Jupiter going retrograde. And these disguises may be about, again, where you're pretending to conform. But even pretending to conform is still that's a strong word, but sabotaging yourself, sabotaging and stifling your energy. So this is an opportunity to liberate that, to be at least aware of where you may be doing that. And I love these cards that I have. I got some really interesting cards. They all came out kind of in a group, and I was like, okay, I see you. I feel this. Wearing the masks leads to isolation, leads to suppression. It's all this mental game, and it's this, this burden that we carry, but we're being called to shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it out, shake it out. Go into the nothingness, which is the place of pure potentiality, the nothingness of your soul potential, your soul purpose, the nothingness in the everythingness, the nothingness in the oneness, the nothingness so that you can remember. I'm getting like this image of like you picking the fruits off the trees. Like this is my fruit salad. This is my blend of fruit salad, who I am. What are these images? But this is my blend of me. Go back into that space. Shifting vibes, shifting tribes, and be receptive to yourself. Instead of being receptive to what the world wants you to be and putting on those masks that you've worn that feel this suppressive energy, go into the receptive for yourself. Receive yourself. Because if you can't receive yourself, how is anybody else in the world ever going to receive you? Okay, so the Miracles Now cards, going back into love. My happiness can be measured by my faith in love. Remember, this week is a big week for self-love energy, taking care of the self. And that really does go hand in hand with the authenticity process. Do you love who you are? And then can you show up like in the world as that? Because in order to show up in the world with it, you have to love and honor who you are. I surrender my desires, and I know that the universe has my back. I think there's a huge desire within all of us to be authentic and to be understood. I know that's one of my big things. Like, please just understand me. But are you understanding yourself? And again, are you being authentic? The universe will have your back, but you got to do your part, your part in that process. And then finally, the Rumi card, which I will say I was dancing around while shuffling and it dove out, and I was like, oh my God, I've never actually pulled this card from this deck. I've had this deck for a few years too. So, the right choice, card 29. Stay close to those who know about the heart. Choose the shade of the tree that is in constant bloom. Don't meander aimlessly among herb sellers and potion vendors. Go directly to the shop that sells nothing but sweets. Don't sit waiting by every boiling pot to have your plate filled. Not every boiling pot is cooking what you want. Not every sugar cane is filled with sugar. Not every down has an up. Not every eye has vision. Not every sea contains pearls. On the path of love, there is not so much wrong or right in the moral sense, so much as what is wrong or right for you. The mind cannot help much here. Only the heart can speak such truths. The mind may reject it, recoil, analyze, find all the reasons why the simple truth, the right choice of the heart, cannot possibly work and only lead to pain. That is what the mind does rather well, actually. But it does not mean the right choice. The heart choice becomes incorrect. It means rather that the heart has outsmarted the mind, and the mind will need to bow to the heart, even without understanding its sometimes impenetrable mysteries. Or one can choose to stay in inner conflict, fighting against the right choice, but eventually love will prevail, and the way forward must be taken. So, can you give up what you had planned, believed, or decided? Let the heart wisdom that silently and constantly broadcasts its pure and true intention into the fertile womb of the universe lead the way instead. It will lead you along the right path, to the right house, where sits the right master for you. He grabs you in a bear hug and gently whispers into your ear, "What took you so long? I've been waiting for you since the day you were born. Now we are together. It is time for us to play." This is pretty cute. It is said that one man's meat is another man's poison. To base your choices on what others have chosen for themselves may end up killing you. Better to take your risks on the angel of your own heart, wise as that being is, and dance to your own heart rhythm instead. There may be fear if others seem to be dancing different steps, but beloved, you know that is just because every heart has its own unique rhythm, and yours doesn't want to waltz so much as it wants to tango. So why allow it to be thus, with fear or doubt? This oracle comes with a message for you. In your heart, you know what holds meaning for you. This is important. You may or may not have grand vision to go along with meaning as yet, but deep within, you know what is without value and what holds value for you. You were born with those values intact in your heart, and whatever confusion has arisen for you along the way is just where the values of others have transfused into your own blood. It is time for a transfusion of holy light into that blood, to be cleansed, purified, restored to its integrity, and filled with passion for what is rightfully yours, your unique passion and purpose. If you have been concerned about your path and what steps to take next, the oracle comes as an omen of good things headed your way. Clarity, reassurance, truth, revelation. Don't hold on to a belief system or vision if it appears to be tossed on its head. Let things go the way they will, and good fortune will prevail for you. That vision might actually have been upside down all this time and suddenly able to right itself and be born for you if allowed to topple. Or perhaps there is a more fulfilling version of your vision lurking in its remnants to be scooped up by your soul with its hawk vision and eagle deftness. Trust that if you are being drawn away from a tantalizing sweet shop, there is a more delicious array of confection just around the corner for you. So yes, have your tantrum if you must, but you will be sheepish soon when you realize the hand of great beloved that removes the same hand that bestows even greater gifts. The sacred honoring ritual. Turn the palms of your hand down towards the earth and say aloud, with gratitude and trust, I release that which is not rightfully mine. And then open your hands upward towards the sky and say, I give thanks for the grace that is bestowed upon me now as I accept my rightful divine inheritance. Stand with your hands in prayer at your heart and say aloud, I honor my heart wisdom. May my heart always be my leading light, showing me the way of grace, and so be it. You have completed your honoring ritual. All right, so that is it for today. Good luck with all of this work. There is enough love in the world for you. The better it gets, the better it gets. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.